Go. Pakistan have won 11 and India 3. Of course, that depends a little bit on how often India were here.
That's a big outside edge. It's coming down to third man. It's 4 runs. Uppish. And as Glenn was saying, another slip. And there could have been trouble for the batsman.
Yes, well, that would have gone to a second slip, unquestionably. And a reluctance to over-attack. But you've got to say to yourself, the cricket... Azhar coming in with 146.
Fine shot, past the bowler on the outside. It's going to be 4 runs to the long-off boundary. Vedade will not cut it off. 12 for no wicket, Pakistan in double figures, and the support for them.
Well, that'll be a relief for the Pakistani openers. And Sahaya, look how he just ambled down the wicket there. He knew once he played the shot it had sufficient power to take it all the way to the boundary, and he hit it perfectly straight. And that will be a relief.
Is the pressure that's on the Pakistani batsman.
But he's got that away. He looks the freer of the two.
And how well they're coping with it, because we have seen in this tournament so far both the Pakistani batsmen getting off to a flying start, and here both Amir and Saidan were being beaten by both the bowlers, and yet they are doing a fine job. Here Amir in a perfect position.
He's got that through. Cambley giving chase. Just a couple. And Sahel does look less tense than Saeed Anwar.
Yes, I think quite a lot is expected of Saeed, and everybody has been talking about his favourite ground and the amount of scores that he has behind him on this particular ground, and obviously bad balls and getting wickets on it.
That's gone again, and this time Cambley's got a stronger chase. He may just get there. But he's picking him up off his legs well. 3 more to Sahel. End of the over, 20 for no wicket off 5. Easing on Pakistan.
Well, certainly it is, and what an amazing shot that was. It wasn't really all that a bad ball, but Amir Sahel pitching from about middle and off. In fact, I think the length is what really was in his favour. It was slightly short of length, but Amir Sahel is doing exactly what...
It's in the air, but it's all right. Everything he touches at the moment is turning to gold. Another single. Kumble the fielder. And even more so after that. Now Saeed Anwar takes up the challenge. That's 4 more. And now the danger signs are there for India.
Well, that is it, really. I mean, if Saeed Anwar can do this, well... I think Prasad will have to make sure that he doesn't give both the batsmen any width on either side. He has to bowl pretty straight and will have to bowl a full length. Saeed Anwar after Amir Sahel, 31 off 6 overs, and Amir Sahel is the main contributor.
Sahel on strike. And that's through as well. Jadeja giving chase. A couple. And that's gone. Superbly timed. He just leant on it and away it went.
That's certainly the shot of the morning. There's no doubt about it. That delivery, you'll see Amir Sahel coming forward to it. It wasn't really half volley, it was on the top. That was definitely the best shot so far. Middling the ball and speeding to the boundary line. Beautiful shot.
Marvellous picture overs. Always flicked at that, but luckily didn't get an edge.
Her husband is being honoured here, Parvez Sajjad, one of the Pakistani beneficiaries. The other two from Pakistan are Harun Rashid and Salim Yusuf, and from India, Susi Moody, Venkataraghavan and Azharuddin.
The extraordinary. He's been under the cosh, but he is able to show that kind of confidence and shows that he's emerging from the trough he's been in.
What an amazing shot that one is. Nothing wrong with the ball. In fact, it was outside off stump. And Saeed Anwar, these are the shots with which he had scored runs in all the innings that we have seen. And once again, middling the ball. I personally believe that he's the threat to the Indian bowlers. If they can get rid of him or if they can contain him, they'll be able to manage to restrict the Indian score. Quite a few of them were lined up. Of course, they were supporters of both the teams.
He's done him again. And he just picks it up. When he's in form like this, he can destroy anybody.
Yes, 50 coming off just 9 overs, and Srinath, when he bowled to Amir Suhail round the wicket, he managed to... Srinath will have to do something different if he wants to get rid of this man.
And did he get it on? Is a no ball. Who's already been fined for some rather erratic behaviour early on, not happy. I wonder if there was an under-edge there. It's academic because it's a no ball.
Well, I think that shot is being played with respect of that shot, and there it is. There's no doubt about it. That was a no ball. But Amir Suhail definitely played that shot with or without being a no ball. Lucky to get away with it.
Yes, a definite edge.
Anyway, here is Kumble to Sohail. And that's 4 runs. First ball misdirected down the leg side, swept. And it doesn't matter to Sohail this morning who the bowler is. They all go the same way.
Well, he made the cardinal mistake of bowling down the leg side and also had the fielder up in the circle.
And then it's short fine leg beside it. Oh, and that's gone edge through the slips, the non-existent slips. It's 4 runs. So, the end of another highly productive over for Pakistan. So, these two really have given Pakistan the most marvellous start yet again. Now, let's look at that last shot again, the edge, but then all's fair in love. Prasad. Oh, that was put down there in the gully by Azharuddin. Went straight to him, standing at slip. What a marvellous stroke. It was well up to Saeed Anwar. He hit it very hard into the mid-off gap for 4.
Beautifully struck. Straight boundary. He was charging down the wicket. Made him some room and a brilliant for their pace. Prasad. And that's going to be 4 down to the long leg boundary. Beautifully turned. He got to the pitch of it, turned his wrists, and beautifully timed 4 runs.
Yes, well, he's got the man up inside the circle there around the corner. That's Sidhu. And he's got a man out in front of square, so we're still within the first 15 overs. And the sacrifice is to bring that man up inside the circle. It's always risky. And they've got the man, as I say, back at deep square. So that's the payoff for the Indians. And Saeed Anwar has taken advantage of it.
Cut square of the wicket. It's going to be 4 to the deep backward point boundary. And Saeed Anwar now cutting loose after a quiet and a shaky start.
Yes, well, Prasad being just taken to task here a little bit.
Dancing down the wicket and bang went over mid-wicket.
Look how he pitches this. He knows there's a long on out. He hit more across it to get it wide of that fielder, and that's perfection in placement. but in the end he probably didn't need to place it because it went into the stand.
The best 4 for 34 at Sharjah against the West Indies.
So I must confess that when I saw that come up, hello, show the aggression, it brings you down to earth. Things are going to be better when you go somewhere else and bowl on wickets that assist.
Down the wicket he comes, it's up in the air, he could be out, caught, and he's gone. He's out, caught by Prasad at long off, and Pakistan's first wicket has fallen. Saeed Anwar is out.
Saeed Anwar just taking too much of a chance here, tries to hit it over long on for 6, or maybe he went towards mid-wicket. I would suspect that was the case. But we have Prasad, and look how he looks anxiously after he takes it to see where the boundary is. He looked around there, but he was clearly inside. A delighted Prasad. Pakistan lose their first wicket at 90.
That's gone. It's 4.
And that's his 52. Seems to be very pleased. Amir Sohail, who started in a glorious fashion. He played some magnificent shots. And here, Tendulkar is straying down the leg side with no one to protect the fine leg boundary, managing to pick up 4 runs, and with it, his 50 coming up. 51 to Amir Sohail. Well played.
Drifting down leg side. But he sometimes is a little
His
dangerous.
game is too easy for him, and that's if he would love to have him, just to have him around.
He's hit that straight. A run round from Sidhu. He didn't time it. There was danger in that shot. And they're talking. He's hit that square. Cambley making the move. Oh, yes, excellent footwork. They're through for 3. He's such a swift mover, Cambley.
It's nice piece of fielding there. They will see Inzamam going for the big hit. Again, not really timing it. And as I said earlier on, he needs to slightly concentrate a bit more. Nice piece of footwork by Cambley.
Tendulkar to Sohail. Typical flashing drive. Kumble is the fielder. And they come back for the second, although looking better. That's a very good piece of work, a brilliant piece of work by Mongia, and Inzamam ul Haq is out-stumped. A wonderful piece of leg side stumping. I haven't seen a better one for years.
Yes, there you see, indeed, it's a magnificent piece of stumping on the leg side. It's always the most difficult thing to do. It's a clever piece of bowling from Rajesh Chauhan as well.
So, 125 now for 2.
Quite rightly so, because, I mean, he has got every reason to be happy about it. It's a magnificent piece of stumping and a good, clever piece of bowling as well.
Oh, that was a wonderful piece of cricket. So, here is Chauhan to Salim Malik, who's off the mark in the most stately manner. A nice push-on drive for 1. Salim Malik. And he's gone, he's caught by a short wicket. Salim Malik is out, another wicket for India, and this really is a tremendous breakthrough. 2 wickets in this over. The simplest of catches there to Azharuddin. And look at the crowd and listen to the noise.
Well, there you see, flighted delivery coming in, not on top of the ball, straight to Azharuddin at short mid-wicket.
127 for 3. Basit Ali, he's got a marvellous record so far, just 21 matches, averaging 43, and that wonderful 127 not out here against the West Indies. And that is a look at Salim Malik's wicket again. It was a gentle push stroke into Basit Ali. Oh, and that's it, what a wonderful flashing drive that was. Very well fielded there by Vinod Cambley. But he had a lot of running to do, and he's deep, and they got the second. But what a lovely stroke.
beautiful stroke. He looks to be very much in command. Straight from the way, the first ball, the way he played his stroke is tremendous class. There you go.
Maybe it did too much. Umpire Barry Lampson is not impressed, but it must have been quite close. Just outside the line, perhaps. I think that's what...
Yes, that's right. He played a stroke.
Oh, there could be a run out now. This hits the wicket. I don't know what the calling was there. It was behind square. It was Amir Sohail's call. But it looked to me as though Basit Ali went himself. I think he would have... single. Everyone was running helter-skelter, fielders, batsmen and umpires, and I thought there was going to be the father and mother of a collision. Look. Oh, that was beautifully placed by Basit Ali. Whipped away off his pads for four. Neither of the two fielders, mid-on or mid-wicket, could get round to that. And what a lovely shot. Wasn't a good ball.
He was in absolute, in good position, superbly balanced, and then he picked the gap as well, so well.
Most exciting stroke. As I say, a bad ball. It was there for the hitting.
Away. Basit, the batsman. And that could be a run out if it's a hit on the bowler side. And that would have been a horrible mix-up, and it was... But lucky for Pakistan, 1-4-3 for 3.
So look, he tends to close the face on it a little.
He bowled it! A cross-back shot, a very indiscreet one, and Sohail is gone. From the Pakistan point of view, an irresponsible shot. From the Indian point of view, the breakthrough they were looking for. Fourth wicket down and India on top.
Sohail struggling, as I've just outlined to you, and the frustration there. And they're also... Srinath there, really see the pressure on his face and his reaction in taking that wicket. So Pakistan now lose their fourth at 149.
The India supporters, let's watch that again.
Well, Timber, you heard the clunk there.
I saw him in the ball. I liked his action. Great pressure mounts on them. So that is an advantage batting first in a one-day competition.
They're looking to go for two against Camley. A little misfield. But he just fumbled it as he went to pick it up.
Again, a very Miadat.
Wife looks, if she is his wife, looks, and here he is to Basit. It's a good stroke in his 4 runs. He hit that one perfectly. It really was a good sweep, that. He positioned himself right, hit it well into the gap.
He picked it up right from the wickets. Wasn't a bad ball, but he picked it from off stump.
Or maybe your mother, I don't know. Here's Chauhan. Oh, that's a bad one, it's a full toss, but it's in the air. I think it's going to fall safely, it has, and a no ball was called. They run a couple of runs. So the fielders were on a wild goose chase. They thought they were after a catch, but a no ball had been called. And Chauhan...
Javed Miadat. And a lovely shot there. It could be 4 runs, but it may be cut off just inside the boundary line. And they go 2 for 2. He moved away past his off stump and played it beautifully.
Yes, he does give himself room nicely there. Almost went too far, but hit it so crisply that Camley did well to get round and prevent that one going for 4. I think he thought it had gone at one stage and had given it up.
And that's going to go for four, almost certainly, once again giving himself room and lofting it over cover. 1-9-3 for four, and this could be the most decisive moment of the match with Basit Ali in charge.
Well, this is Basit Ali in true form, smacking it. It almost went for six. I thought it was going to disappear up into the stand. Bouncing it.
Shot six over mid-wicket. He just walked into that. What a beautiful shot. My word, that brings the 200 up and the crowd to their feet.
He short arms this. Just watch the way he plays it. Bang. In at middle and leg. Didn't appear to be a loose delivery. But a head-on collision between bat and ball. Straight down the ground. Just fetched it a little onside.
Of the 50 has already started. And a bowling change. Srinath is coming back, but there are the analysis there. Srinath, 7 overs, no maidens, 1 for 33.
Yes, he certainly pulled it round after 5 for 31. And you can see there that Prasad has one left. But it's interesting that they're just bringing in Srinath for 1 over before we go off for an hour for the break. Can't afford to bowl leg side.
Square of the wicket. Jadeja, the fielder. 207 for 4 of Basit's 50. Blinks his eyes a little.
So the fielders even inside the ring are going right back to the circle edge here with Basit Ali on strike. They're just happy to try and save the boundaries here before the break.
Down the wicket he comes. He's gone through for a single. It's at 50. Coming back for the second. 51 to Basit. Coming in the 45th over. He's giving so much of pleasure to these
interview there. They didn't want him to get back on strike and take a second, but Basit got back very quickly.
And still that competitive look. And Basit really holds the key to this match at the moment. Can he get Pakistan beyond the 250 to 260 mark with about 5 overs and a bit to go? Slight hold up in play as the spectators run on to the field. Never a good thing for the concentration of the batsman or the spectators to run on. 4.7 the run rate, 44.2 overs bowled.
So we have a half hour to come back after the break, which they only need 5 overs to be bowled during that period of time, and they'll certainly do that very easily indeed. But in the meantime, this is the last over before we break for an hour. It's Srinath.
Basit. That's up in the air. He could be gone. Oh no! It's through his hands, is it? We'll have to wait for the replay to 6. I think it touched his hands and went over, Glenn, but we'll have to wait and see.
Well, Kamli was not on the boundary edge. He looked as though he was taking it easily, and he's been beaten for pace here. Look, he steadies himself. Whoa, straight through, and he tips it over the bar. He was about 5 metres or 3 metres in from the boundary here, so he had plenty of room to play with, but he steadied himself thinking that he was going to take it easily, and it blasted.
Bowled! He's clean bowled, trying to hit him through mid-wicket. Cross bats it, and just before lunch, not a very good shot to play from the Pakistan point of view. A marvellous breakthrough for India, and the game has swung again in India's favour.
Well, what a waste for Pakistan. Basit Ali going so well, and he gets knocked over here, just having an absolute slog. And I'm afraid Srinath just got a little bit excited there. Anyway, that's the break. And when Pakistan were going along so nicely, we see a terrible slog like that from Basid Ali. But what a good hand he's played for his 50.
And it's over to Henry Blofeld. Well, we'll see the score first. 168 matches, 1465 his runs. Oh, it's through him. There's an appeal for a catch. Akram, conscious of the fact that he's got to get runs today. He's gone, caught by Azhar, and the wicket has fallen. India wanted that, and Akram is out caught.
I couldn't quite work out how this went in the air. Let's see on replay. It's full and wide, and he just angled the bat up rather than closing the face on it, and it flew with the pace of the ball from Srinath straight to Azhar. He takes the catch, and now Pakistan 219. And that's good to see. They're good friends from way back and today.
So another wide. And that's going to be 4 runs. Deep backward point. Saeed Anwar watching. 2-2-5 for 6, and as Glenn was saying, this man can hit.
Here's the overcompensation, though, from Srinath, afraid to bowl it down leg side again. Instead, it's short and wide. A real gimme there for Latif. He took charge of it and hit it between the offside sweeper and third man for 4.
So this match by no means over. Going to be an awful lot of thrills, missed heartbeats, excitement before it's all done. Rashid Latif, wicketkeeper for Pakistan. Run rate 4.8. And that could be another 4, yes. This time it's down to third man. He played it finer. 2-2-9 for 6, and hitting like this can change the complexion of the game.
Look at Srinath here. This wasn't such a bad ball. It was fuller in length, so it didn't sit up and ask to be hit. But Latif gave himself enough room to be able to free his arms, and with his good eye, I would suggest.
Be another run. And Rashid Latif coming back for a second. He'll have to hurry. But the throw went to the other end. And home for 2. Jadeja just a little slow. He's facing. And that could be 4. The ball traveling quickly. Tendulkar getting to it. And it's through him. A dive could have saved it. 11 runs in the over. It looks.
And see there, he was running at full pace, backed himself to be able to bend down on the middle.
Coming down to third man. Well fielded there by Prasad. And that could be a run out, mix up. But the batsmen are home. 2-4-3 for 6.
Over his field here. I don't think he'll bowl it very quickly.
It could be 4 runs. There's a fielder lumbering after it, and it's gone for 4. To the boundary.
Keep going. Look at 3 players out there.
Mujtaba, the batsman, he drives into the covers. It'll be just a single, and exactly 250 for 6 at the end of the 50th over. 2-5-1 the target, fractionally over 5 runs and over. And the great run chase now for the afternoon is all set. Captain Azharuddin.
Up in the air. Basid Ali. What a start. Wasim strikes in the opening over against England last year, and a terrific average in the one-day game. And Sidhu is here because here's the shot from Sharjah. Yes, Basit Ali it was. Basit Ali indeed taking the catch. Wasim is fired up.
The first wicket.
Well, that's not a no ball because he ducked. Tendulkar ducked. Just watch him duck low to Wasim Akram, and here he is again. Tendulkar takes the challenge. Didn't time it perfectly, but it's away for 4. Tendulkar again taking up the challenge from Wasim, but he didn't get hold of it, and Sahel just got fingers to it, but couldn't close it.
Well, there we see Sachin Tendulkar trying to pull that ball away, but he didn't get hold of it properly, and neither did the fielder.
Pretty impressed, no doubt. That's got through. A chase for Atta Rahman, and not that. Well timed. A good chase for Atta, but just a couple of yards short.
In again to Sidhu. That's 4 runs. That is typical Sidhu. It's short, a little bit of width. He passed it on to
decide the match because too high for Amir Sohail.
Oh, that's a lovely stroke off his leg by Sidhu. That's going to race away to the boundary. Basit Ali's after it. He may will he? No. Oh, yes, he's just stopped it. He knocked over a couple of advertising signs, but just...
Or even Sidhu. It'll be very difficult to get them out on this.
Oh, that's a peerless stroke. That is Sachin Tendulkar at his very best. It may not go for 4, but it was still brilliantly fielded there. Brought back by Saeed Anwar. But what a lovely shot.
But there's no reason you have one drop of rain on the window pane and you don't think there's a hurricane coming.
That's a wide. It was the test matches which went so badly wrong. I mean, they were very nearly all 3-day affairs, weren't they? I mean, they were over very quickly. And I suppose because of the seriousness of the defeat, maybe people overreacted. Anyway, here's Atta Rahman. Well, that was an AP stroke, but it's 4 runs over the top of Gully. That's Sidhu, all right. Taking a shot.
Ben, they were 90 for no wicket. Someone had to tell him to hold on now.
Oh, that's a beautiful stroke. Really a glorious shot. He leant into it. It was all timing and placing. There was no power in that. Tendulkar did well.
Good test for him here. And that one's 2 for 4. I think that's the reason they
Tell the whole story, do they? It was a very dangerous spell for Pakistan.
lovely shot, 4 runs.
Let's have a look at the poise with this shot. It's a packed offside field, and Sidhu just standing there. Look at that, perfect control, perfect poise and balance.
1940 आज दिन बहुत सी परेशानियों के बाद
Full toss, and it's up in the air. And he's gone. Extra cover by Amir Sohail. And this is the one that Pakistan wanted, and they've got it.
A full toss, can you believe it? Hit the toe of the bat, could have really put it away, and it was wide, but Tendulkar went at the shot too quickly. He hit it on the up with the bat coming upwards, and Sohail taking a good catch. And India lose their second. Now there's a slip gone back in. We've gone back to an orthodox field for the incoming Azharuddin. Slip in a gully back there. No short cover, no short mid-wicket.
The first ball to Azharuddin. Thick outside edge, down to third man. Much above the field.
And Amir Sohail, that's not an easy catch when you've got to charge the ball a little bit to make sure it carries, so he came forward to it. The risk when you do that is that you punt.
An amazingly balanced match. He's played it on, played it an appeal.
Yes, I thought it had gone through him here, but it must have either hit down on it or it hit the pad. There might have been some bat in that, because otherwise it looked as though it was pretty out, although it may have been high. No, it didn't look... Well, did he get some bat on it?
And the captain goes for three, and now Pakistan in front again.
Well, there you see Azharuddin trying to steer the ball away, and it only succeeded in giving a catch to the wicket-keeper.
Latif picking up an easy catch, 63 for three. But maybe there are more twists to come. He's got that away. The lightning figure ran well. Gives chase. Sohail throws it in. End of the over.
Without the swing.
Grade is dropping.
He's gone there. That is the end of Sidhu, caught and bowled by Akram Raza, and that is the wicket that the Pakistanis wanted. Sidhu is the man out.
Well, that was a classic case of falling between two stools. Sidhu is trying to force the pace and really didn't quite try to hit the ball for a six, which...
Thank you, Henry.
Good bit of work by Akram, short third man, whipped back to the keeper.
Andrews, the run rate increasing all the time. He's hit that high and hard. That's it, that's six. Well, that was deceptive, and you can see why he hits sixes with monotonous regularity, because he just leant into that. Away it went, 111 for four.
Well, Simon, you asked for it, and see, there's the first six from Vidade, and the Indian...
And he's gone again, and this is long, very long. Well, this is why they rate him as such an exciting prospect.
This is the time that Vidade has got to keep his cool, now that he has got a six, and he's got to accumulate the runs. It's absolutely imperative that he keeps his wicket intact.
We've got a sweeper, long leg, deep mid-wicket, and long off and long on, both wide. And that's up in the air. There's another six. And he just rests on his haunches, does Vidade, as if he could do that all day.
Amazing how he is able to pick up the ball and then send it over with a flick of the wrist. It's pure timing.
That's gone wide. And it's through Mushtafa, the fielder. Now that was risky. And the little man made a despairing effort, but just wide, and Camberley gets it beautifully.
He was pretty raw, but you could see the talent in him, and now he seems to have matured very quickly.
He's gone for that one. And he's over him. It's six. Akid Javed just touching the road there, hoping against hope that the ball was going to come down, but not quickly enough. And another six. 4 sixes he's hit now.
That was a great effort, though. You have to say it was a good hit, but you know, let's just watch Akib. He tries his best. He's completely on his toes there, and yet the ball is just a little bit too high.
Rahman, but they only ever wanted the single.
This has become a fascinating game. From Pakistan's point of view, they need a wicket.
It's in the air, he could be caught there, deep back to score. He is, he's out. It's Asif Mustafa who's taken the catch, and so that is the end there of Cambley. The end, I mean, of Badadi, and he has gone, hitting that full toss high to deep backward square leg, where Asif Mustafa took the catch, and that very much has levelled the game up again, if not tilted it over towards Pakistan.
Yes, they have. The game has gone towards Pakistan now because they've just got one more wicket left.
So 163 for 5. To make his point one way or the other with the bat. And this is Asif Mustafa, a very safe pair of hands.
I think there was a change of pace from Amir Sohail. You know, he just bowled that flatter, and that's why this was mistimed.
Yeah.
If batsman has the capability to hit sixes, he can change the game.
And he's out. It's not out yet. Mongia may be stumped. The umpire there, Barry Lampson, has called for the third umpire to adjudicate. The wicketkeeper seemed to me to juggle with the ball. He had his back to us. And it is in fact out. That the third umpire's going to have a look again.
Well, I thought, Henry, it's a very close decision. I thought it was a very close decision.
Yes, it could be that.
Difficult. I don't know what he's going to give. I wouldn't want to be the third umpire.
It might be too difficult to tell.
Very difficult. I don't know what do you think?
He's given him in. Well, I think it was probably the right decision. It was so difficult to tell that.
Well, Henry, the benefit.
That's a big hit, and it's going to be 4. So 174 for 5. This game, anybody.
Well, he's hit it straight enough down the ground, the long off and long on, a little wide. And earlier, about 40 minutes ago when we're on, it will go down to the wire.
That's up in the air, and he's going to be out. And a very odd shot by Mungia. I'll let Glenn Turner, the expert, describe that.
And the replay, look, he goes to put it on the onside. He decided he wants a single, so look at that. Now, that is, I would call that embarrassing. And he's out, caught and bowled, the most curious and strangest caught and bowled. And they're also under pressure for a number of overs left.
It's up in the air, and he's out. Raza taking that catch, and Salim Malik getting a vital wicket, that of Kamble, and India have lost their 7th wicket.
You can see the delights here, trying to hit it out of the ground, way over mid-wicket, got too close to it, and Akram Raza in at short mid-wicket took a very smart catch because that was going very quickly. Kamble couldn't get under it. His innings at 56 comes to an end. 182 for 7 India.
92. And let's watch that dismissal again.
He had it in his mind. See that fielder out there? He's going to hit it to his right. So he was picking the gap. He got too close to the ball, though, and just couldn't get under it to hoist it over Raza in at mid-wicket. And so Kamble has gone.
Match not yet over, but it looks as if Salim Malik may well so fit the batsman on 5. And that's going to be 4. And that's 200 for India.
Well, Kumble had a few practice goes at this, and then he managed to club one straight down the field and beat.
Coming back for the second, and then the field for the run out, and once again the third umpire comes into question. Let's watch it, Glenn.
I think he could be out. Chauhan looked to be up, but he didn't bother to ground his bat, did he, or extend his bat? Look if he extends the bat or not here. Well, perhaps I've done him an injustice, but look, it's going in the air over the line. That's no good. You've got to ground it before you get there. That's definitely out. And so Chauhan, not knowing how to run his bat, look here, he dabs it in.
Oh yes, his bat is high up.
Yes, and it must be grounded, so he must be given there.
Yes, he's gone. And whereas Kumble got the decision in his favour, the third umpire has given this decision in Pakistan's favour. Chauhan is out. The 8th wicket is down, 203 for 8.
An agricultural attempt here at some sort of sweep or hit over mid-wicket, and just a top edge, and Latif coming around and taking the catch easily. Just watch here, just slogging across the line, trying to whack it over mid-wicket, I suspect. Top edge, Latif, all the time in the world. Rashid Latif.
That looked pretty close. Yes, it is. And there it is. Pakistan have won the Australasia Cup.
And that looked plumb. We'll see it on replay. Akram takes the final wicket to give Pakistan victory. Prasad, the batsman, oh dear, it went through and hit the back path. Some reason he missed it, and great relief there on the face of Akram. Prasad bewildered as to where it had gone. It would have hit if it hadn't hit him, so Pakistan win.
And they win by 39 runs. Let's go down to the boundary now.
The main commentary box.
Well, I dropped one.
You really must have enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, it's always fun playing against India. And you know, whenever we play against India, we just try to give our best. And we enjoy the game too.
And in Sharjah, you seem to have developed a psychological hold over them almost.
Well, it's been, you know, going on for the last 6 years now.